What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about a new EV stock that is getting a lot of attention. So Lucid Motors, it's a US-based company, and another SPAC that's getting another lot of attention based on a potential merging acquisition. It is Churchill Capital, ticker symbol CCIV. Over the last week, the stock has risen up from $10 a share to just over $18 a share. However, everybody's asking the question, is this a deal that's going to go through? Is it just news? Well, in this video, we're going to get into a little bit, so stick around. You're definitely not going to want to miss this one. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeff. I've been investing in the stock market since I was old enough to open up a brokerage account. I'm a part of multiple different Discord chats and stock forums, and they said, Jeff, you got to start coming onto YouTube to make some content. So here I am. I started off in 2021. I'm still not the best in front of a camera, so I'd appreciate any feedback. Consider subscribing, because I definitely love to help people and be able to build a community so eventually we can all, invest together, profit together, and grow together. So let's get started. First off, I want to talk about, like I said, is it a deal that is actually going to be going through? This was released by Electrive, which is industry service for electric mobility. I find some great information on this website, so definitely mark it down, especially with the EV stocks. So it talks about Lucid Motors appears to be in the talks of a public merger to go through with SPAC company belonging to investor Michael Clean. Churchill Capital started off in, I believe it was June or July of 2019. They raised $690 million, and it's been a great talk about that's been happening. Okay, however, there is nothing set in stone that the deal is actually gonna go through. Okay, so as much as this is all built up on hype, there's definitely money to be made, and this could be a good deal. But I also want to make sure you don't get burned. All right, so read this article. It tells a little bit about, just really a little bit about Lucid, the company as itself, the company about it itself, and a little bit about Michael Klein, which is the owner of Churchill Capital. First off, I want to get into the most important part about this whole video. It is why these companies are using the special purpose acquisition companies to go public. Okay, first off is, like it says right here, guys, it can add up to 20% to the sale price compared to a typical private IPO, and as well as it happens much faster. Okay, so we know Tesla is the king of the EV market, especially in the United States. And Lucid has created a couple of vehicles, a great vehicle, a couple of vehicles called prototypes. We're going to get into the one that's going to be released very shortly. It's called the Lucid Air. So they want to get out to the market. They want to be able to raise capital. They know that in the whole EV industry needs, I believe it was, $2.5 trillion to be dumped into it for the actual transition from combustion-based vehicles over to electric vehicles to really be able to take place. Okay, so it's gonna, it's gonna need a lot. So that's one of the biggest reasons why they're going SPAC, and there's been much success about it as well. Okay, I'll get into that towards the end of this video. It's very important. I did want to say I did find this on Twitter. There was this guy, I don't know who he is. I've seen him around on a couple different tweets before, so I kind of do at least listen to him. I don't know how viable his sources are, but it says, listen, I understand people want to doubt sources, but for legality purposes, I can't disclose this. My sources have been highly credible. Okay, so it does indicate to me that he believes that the SPAC, the merger, will go through. However, I'm not investing or trading or this is just words on a website. Okay, so I don't want to base any knowledge off of his personal opinion. Okay, because in the end, that's all it is to me. But let's take a little bit deeper look into what their first vehicle, which is going to be the Lucid Air, has to offer in comparison mostly to the Tesla Model S. Yes, it is to the new Porsche, but I really want to take focus onto the Tesla. So as we know with NIO, okay, especially getting into the EV market, you want to think, okay, what is this stock? What does this company have that's going to stand above the rest? And so with NIO, we know they have their battery as a service and their battery swap subscription-based model, and it's the difference between charging, because that's one of the biggest things that the transfer over to electric vehicle has been is you drive your truck, whether it's 200 miles or you drive a economy Honda 300 something miles on a tank of gas. There's 160,000 gas stations in America. You can stop anywhere and fill up. How can we do that without having to wait for a long period of time? Tesla has their supercharger, which is a very quick charge, but NIO came out with the battery swap. That is their hook. That is their catch that makes them stand above. Okay, so what is Lucid's? Lucid's going to need it in order to be able to, maintain or compete in any market. First of all, we look at this vehicle right here. It is absolutely gorgeous. It looks really sexy. But a couple of their tweaks that I found, and let me know in the comments below if you found anything more that I haven't done some research on, is one is they're having their new 500 range battery, okay, 500 mile range battery come out, which competes the Tesla, which is awesome, as well as a little bit of a performance a performance hook to it, okay? We can get into the dimensions, into the specs of it. It's got, look, debuted, it's 1080 horsepower Dream Edition, which is pretty amazing. Okay, it talks about right here the first car to break the 500 mile barrier, you know, and as well as a quicker charging. Okay, so it's a little bit of specs, or a little bit of a hook, a little bit of difference to make it above or stand out above Tesla. But my biggest take on this is, one, the 517 mile range and that horsepower. Okay, it is also going to be able to do a quarter mile in 9.9 seconds. I remember when Fast and the Furious came out, and they talked about, you know, building them a 10-second car. Now you're literally able to, you know, buy one that is, you know, under the cost of $100,000. So we look at the specs a little bit right here. Like I said, very, very similar. It stands out a little bit from Tesla, but also what I want to say that's even better is, as I said, we haven't had a chance to drive the new Lucid Air, but the company claims that the top trim will have the level 3 driver assistant techs. That means it will be able to take full control when certain conditions are met, and is a much more hands-off system than Tesla. That is big news. That is an upgrade that will make this, you know, vehicle compete. Okay. It is a little bit higher priced as it shows, but sometimes, you know, higher price isn't always bad. But like I said, it's starting off at a little higher price. We'll see where it goes. It offers also 4 different models from 80 to 170, which is 170 is a bit up there. However, it shows, I was just reading another article, I don't believe I have it up here, that, you know, they already have, you know, tons and tons of orders already for the Lucid Air to come out, which is awesome. So let's get into the charts a little bit, guys. Like I said, it maintained at $10 a share, okay, and it spiked up to $18.36. What I would expect to see this going forward is a little bit of hype to continually build it to continue to rise. However, a couple things you need to worry about. If this merger does not happen, it will drop right back down to $10 a share faster than it even came up, okay? The slightest bit of news that they're talking with another SPAC company, the slightest bit of news that the deal's not going to go through, it's going to go right back down to $10. However, I do see it going, you know, personally going through, because Lucid knows SPAC is the way to go, and Churchill at this point knows EVs are insanely hot. And I believe as long as it's, you know, marginally in reason, you know, Churchill's going to say, Lucid, whatever you want, we're going to make the deal happen and let it go through. You could probably expect that if it does go through, don't hold me on this, to be sometime in April. If it goes through, I'm switching over to SBE here, guys. You can expect a very similar trend of SBE. That's why I put in this video, ticker symbol going up to $50. SBE went up to $50. I could see it even extend that, because this merger with ChargePoint hasn't even happened, okay? However, you know, SBE is merging with EV charging technology, not actual EV-based vehicles. But you could see the trend to go, you know, to follow that similar pattern. I do potentially see the stock going to $50 and beyond if the merger happens. I'll be honest with you guys, I have not purchased any shares of this yet, and the reason being is because in my last 10 years of really solid, you know, successful investing, not investing, I've been investing for much longer than that, but successful investing, it's been managing risk. So while I might be able to take this, you know, let's say I get into it for even just to $20 a share, be able to, you know, 2.5 times at the $50 a share, I'd rather get in when there's much solid news at 35. Okay, and get out of it at 50, or let it ride up to 50 and beyond. Okay, because I focus more on managing risk. So, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. That's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're buying this. Let me know where you think you're going. And please, any news that you hear about, definitely punch in the comments, guys. The more that we can help inform each other is, you know, more, you know, we'll be able to grow together and profit together as well. So, guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.